July has been confirmed as the world's hottest month ever recorded by US government scientists. Data shows that the combined land and ocean surface temperature worldwide last month was nearly 1 degree Celsius hotter than the 20th century average. Well, our correspondent James Reynolds is here with me. James, just talk us first of all through the figures.
Well, the US agency says that record you just described adds to the disturbing and disrupting picture which has already been laid out for the globe by climate change. We've got a map which shows some of those findings, and you can see that the pink bits are where temperatures were warmer than normal, but there are a bunch of dark red bits. That's where records were set. I'm looking particularly at the western states of the United States and Canada. You might remember they recently suffered from the effects of a so-called heat dome. And looking more globally, Asia had its hottest July on record, and Europe also had its second hottest July. One figure does stand out: 48.8 degrees Celsius. That was the temperature recorded this week in Sicily. That's almost halfway to boiling point. In practical terms, it's like walking through Sicily with several ovens opened in your face. That temperature was caused, we think, by anticyclones rising up from Africa, and the effect has been so bad that people have been having their air conditioning on day or night, leading to shortages.
And James, all this comes after a week in which we've had a dire warning on climate from the UN.
Code Red is what the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres called it. In fact, there's no real worse. Once you get to red, there's nowhere else you can go. That was after a report which took, I think, 8 years to compile, gave several warnings, talking about heat waves, droughts and floods being likely in the future, talking about a key temperature point perhaps being reached within a decade or so. All of this is going to be discussed in Glasgow in November. There'll be a very important climate change conference. I've just looked up the daily temperature in Glasgow at that time of year hovers at about 7 to 10 degrees. The political temperature, though, in the chamber will be an awful lot hotter.